That's not reality. He's fooling himself. He's deluding himself. And he refuses to acknowledge reality. And he refuses to go through the things. You see that what happened, then he got angry to Yaakov. And he held on to that anger forever. And so this is what unprocessed resentment, unacknowledged resentment can do. Hey everybody, and welcome back. Here we are, the 7th Aliyah of Toldos. Grateful to be here, grateful for all of you. And so this is a short Aliyah. All of the seemingly important parts, so to speak, already happened in this parsha, right? With the blessing coming and taking the blessing and everything else over here. And now it just seems like, okay, great. They talk about how Yitzchak sent Vayishlach Yitzchak et Yaakov Vayelech Parna Aran Lavan ben Betuel. He sent Yitzchak sent Yaakov to Padan Aram, to Laban. He's going to go see now Laban. Right? And now it says that Esau saw that when Yitzchak blessed Yaakov, that he sent him away to take him there. And so he went and he took a Canaanite wife, and then Esau saw that the daughters of Canaan were evil in the eyes of Yitzchak. So then he went and took daughters of Ishmael. First of all, Rashi says that, yes, so he says that they are evil, but so what? He didn't divorce them. He just added to them. And who did he took from Ishmael. This is how it ends, right? That it says that he took Malachat, Bat Ishmael, Ben Abraham, Achot, Nevayot, Anashav, Lo Leisha. And now he took them and added them to his wives. Who cares? Why is this recorded in the Torah forever? Who cares that he married another person, that he went and he took and he saw the Canaanites were evil and he went and took a daughter of Ishmael? Just live with the times. What does this mean to me? Well, I'm glad you asked. Baruch Hashem. I'm grateful to be here. And you see here that, what is it? Rebbe Nachman, thank you Hashem that we have something to build off of. All right, it says, what happens next? Right, Yaakov took stones and he placed them under his head. Then next up, Yaakov took stones from the place. He went. Said immediately after Yaakov fled, Esau took Ishmael's daughters as his wife. Yaakov here is in the most crazy place. He is on his way to go see Laban, who is kind of an underrated villain, to be honest. We don't really see him as such a huge villain, but really he was out to destroy the entire Jewish people. And where is he leaving from? He's leaving from Esau, who's trying to kill him. And what's Esau doing? He's marrying a daughter of Ishmael. So what? Marriages back in the day, and they still are, weren't just like, oh, here's, Shlomi really loves, Shlomi really loves Esti. It's so cute. They went on a date, and it used to be really that marriages were created in order to create, marriages were really done a lot of times to create these conglomerate of families. They're meant to bring together families. They're meant to be contracts between families and partnerships. And so what's going on over here is Esau's really entering into a partnership with Ishmael. He's really looking for allies. He's looking for an alliance. What do you call it? I'm missing the word right now, but he's looking for teams, a coalition is what I'm looking for. A coalition where he can go and grab different pieces and say, okay, I'm good at this. What are you good at? You're good at that. Okay, great, wonderful. We have common enemy. or I'll pay you off, or whatever it may be, and we're going to go after these people. And that's exactly what it is here. Yaakov is now here stuck between Lavan, Esav, and Ishmael, who all are now out to get him. And this is, where does he go? Right, it says that before he went to Lavan, he spent, I believe, 7 years. I have to check. We'll find out next week, because there's more commentary on it. But he went and spent, there we go, he spent 14 years with Shem and Ever. Just a minute, I'll be done in a minute. He spent 14 years with Shem and Ever. Shem and Ever had, these were descendants of Noach, right? Shem was one of the sons of Noach, and Ever was one of his sons. They had survived the flood. They had seen all these horrible things, and yet they had maintained their connection with Hashem. So what did Yaakov do? He went to the yeshiva. He went for 14 years to study in the yeshiva. So for 14 years, this kind of stuff for next week, so I'll save a lot of this, but 14 years he didn't sleep. He didn't sleep in like a proper bed for 14 years. He was in the base Midrash, falling asleep on books, learning about Torah, learning the deep secrets, learning more and more, until he was finally ready to go and to encounter Lavan. And then he was able to go and to meet Esav later on. We'll see later on what he says to Esav, because he says, you think you're bad, guess where I just came from? I came from Lavan. And everybody knew who he was. And so we see that this is kind of the common thing now. We think we have this tradition, right, that Ishmael is the forefather of the modern day Arabs and the Muslims. And we think we have an issue with just these little guys, or these kind of rebellious, or, whatever, they're terrorists, is what they are. I think we have a problem with these terrorist groups. There's a lot more people out there that hate us. And not only is it Arabs and Muslims, I'm not saying that all Arabs and Muslims hate Jews because of Shalom, but what is it, 2 billion of them, right? So even if it was, what is 10% of 2 billion? It's 200 million, right? What is 1%, right, is it 20 million, right? So even 1% of Muslims is more than the entire Jewish world. Even if it's 1% of the Arab world out there that hates Jews, it's still more than Jews who exist, right? And probably it's more than 1% if we're being honest. And then what happened? He creates a coalition with Esav. Who's Esav? Esav is Rome, right? But Esav is also Russia. We see Esav, he's kind of gone all over the place. And we see that people that we think may be our friends are not really our friends. Right? They may be playing both sides, and maybe playing with Ishmael, right? With the people who want to destroy us. And this is what we see here, that we think we're just battling. Oh yeah, these little Palestinians. Oh yeah, they're backed by Iran. Oh, the Houthis, and oh, Hezbollah. And where are they getting all their guns from? Where are they getting all their money from? Where are they getting all their arms from? Where are they getting their intelligence from? Where are they getting all these things from? And who is Iran working with? And how many people are there? And who's really, backing up over here? Where did Yaakov go when he had this test? He went to the base Midrash. He went to Shem and Ever to learn for 14 years. And then he went and fought. We live in a world right now where, unfortunately, there's people who really don't value Torah study. If you're here, then hopefully you do. But there's people out there who say, this is crazy. All you got to do is fight. All you got to do is fight. What makes us better? We are literally tiny little piece. Israel is a tiny little piece size of New Jersey, against all these enemies around us. If we're just going to go and fight and be warriors, what makes us different than them? Right? And that's what the nations say about us. They say, wait, how ethnocentric can you be? How cocky and arrogant can you be? Right? You think you're the chosen people? You think you're better than me? And they get mad, they get mad, they get mad. You know what? We're not the chosen people. What we are is we're the choosing people. We choose to keep Torah. We choose, it says that more than Jews kept Shabbat, Shabbat kept the Jews. We choose to keep Shabbat. Of course, we have an eternal covenant that Abraham's made with Hashem, with the Yitzhak and Yaakov, that were promised this land, thank God. But we don't know who's included in that. Meaning, 12 tribes already lost 10. Hopefully they're going to come back. We believe they are. But we're 2 left. And how many are actually going to be here in the end? We have to be the choosing people. If we are just going to defend ourselves with might, if we're just going to play by the rules and assimilate and try and be like one of the nations, like anybody else, then we're going to be faced with what we got. Meaning, you see that any nation in the world gets attacked and they defend themselves, of course you're going to defend yourself. What do you mean? The whole world is going to go and be like, why'd you do that? Right? But what happens over here? The Jews get attacked, Israel gets attacked, and what happens? We go in and defend ourselves, and people are saying, whoa, genocide, God forbid, how dare you, war crimes, this, that, the other thing. Ethnic cleansing, the list goes on and on. You know, the numbers that come out of the Ministry of Health or whatever from Hamas, these numbers already proven to be not so true, but let's just say 40,000. 2.5 million, however many are in there. It's not a genocide. Anyways, we are held by different standards, by different rules in the whole rest of the world. By the UN. We think we're just going to go be part of the UN and they're going to love us. The nations don't like us. They have a coalition against us. And they're not going to outright say, yo, we hate the Jews, we have a coalition against them. They're going to play politics. That's what they do. Look at this, look what they've done, blah, blah. And guess what? Waving our finger, saying, here, you little anti-Semite, stop being an anti-Semite, bad boy. No. That doesn't work. I don't know if you've noticed that already. It doesn't work against anti-Semites to say, bad anti-Semite. Don't do that. Hashem created anti-Semitism for a reason. He created it and built it into the fabric of society for a reason. He said in last week's parsha, or in this week's parsha, I should say, in Toldos, he says, when you're down, when they're down, you'll be up. When they're up, you'll be down. He said this to Esau, meaning, when the Jews keep the Torah, you're down. You lose your power. But when they stop to keep the Torah, you're going to come up. And this is exactly how it is today. To say that people who learn Torah are leeches from society shows the amount of short-sightedness that they have. Who am I? I don't know anything. I do think everybody should be drafted. I think everybody should go. I don't think everybody should be part of the IDF in the way that it is right now. Some people should be drafted and they should be learning for the IDF 24 hours a day. Put them in an IDF yeshiva with people that they approve of to be in there and to learn from and everything. Everybody's there instead of being in their communities wherever they are in Eretz Yisrael. They can learn 24 hours. There's those people learning, right? That's what makes us different. You know, it's not just the might of the weapons or anything else. You know, we have the Torah in our right hand and the AK in our left hand. And then this way we win. This is what separates us. Otherwise, what's our merit? What makes us different? We're not different. And it starts with me and you, that we have to learn more Torah. At the beginning of the war, there was a 24-hour Zohar coalition here in town. I don't know Zohar. But if I can sit there and learn for an hour amongst one of the 24 guys, thank you, Hashem. You know how many of those there were around, all around learning? I'm not saying it to pat myself on the back. I'm saying it that if I can, anybody can do it. And this is what we need to do. This is something that we can do. This is something that's within our control to go and to help Am Yisrael. So we're here. And guess what? We need more help. We need more Torah learning. Our children need more Torah learning. They need to hear it from our mouths. They need to see us loving Torah study. You can't just send your kids to Cheder, send them to yeshiva and say, go and learn, kid. And then when they, God forbid, they're off the derech, what did happen? Where did we go wrong? They saw you weren't happy. You weren't happy with Torah. You didn't like learning Torah. So why do they? The kids are BS meters. If you love Torah, you love Shabbos, makes you happy, they see you doing it, they're going to want to be like mommy and tati, like Abba and Ima. That's the way that it is. So be that example. Let's learn Torah together. Let's continue to learn Torah together. Let's learn Torah here. Join me again today, tomorrow. Keep on doing this. Subscribe, like, and subscribe. Oh, yeah, that's something. I got to remember to put that in. People are giving me good feedback on this, and numbers are growing. That's not why I do it anyways. Do it. It's what I want to do. So we learn Torah. We share Torah. We're happy with Torah. And we should all be zoiche to bring more merit. We should be zoiche to bring more zechus to Am Yisrael, to Eretz Yisrael, to protect Eretz Yisrael and Am Yisrael with Torah and do our part. Let those who can fight, fight. Let those who can learn, learn. We should all do something. And those who can fight should learn too. And those who can learn should learn to fight a little more. In this way, we're all going to be stretching ourselves and being the highest that we can be, being the best we can be, being Am Yisrael, pushing ourselves to the highest heights of heights, until we bring down that holy third base HaMikdash from Shemayim, Moshiach Tzidkenu, reaching up and bringing it down. Just a normal person like me and you. And in this way, really revealing the essence of Hashem with the korbanos and all the best things, and living in the world of absolute shalom for everybody. L'chaim.